This is going to be my third video. I have my Coke here if you guys are wondering what I grabbed there. It's my third video, and it's going to be my collection of NES games. That's good. Not necessarily NES games, but anything I have related to the NES is fair game for this one. So, I guess just to get it out of the way, we'll start with some accessories I have. I'm pretty light on accessories, and there are a ton that I'd love to get, but they're rather expensive. Here's my Zapper. It's the gray version. Works great. I haven't had a single problem with it. Some people have been saying they have problems with the accuracy, but nothing for me. I also have this joystick. I forget what it's called, the Quick Shot. It's okay. I mean, it's designed for certain games. Like playing Super Mario Brothers with this would be absolutely ridiculously stupid. But I guess I have the option. And then of course I have the standard controller, which has just come unraveled, but no big deal. And then I have this, the NES Advantage. It's pretty good. I like this one for Pac-Man and things like that. Even for Contra, it's pretty good. There's a turbo option, so it's pretty good. And I also have an NES Max. Obviously, this is the turbo controller of choice, but you know, got a pretty wide array of options for my controls. Where to next? I don't think I want to show you the console quite yet, so we'll go games. Alright, we will start with the loose games. These are all my loose cartridges. There's a little over 40 in here or so. This is pretty much where I keep all of my loose carts. There's some exceptions that aren't in here. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. I have Abadox, space shooter, The Adventures of Link, not the gold cartridge, but to be honest with you, that doesn't really bother me. Air Fortress is an underrated game. It's actually pretty fun. I'd recommend that one. Anticipation, it's a board game. Pretty decent, I suppose. Archon is sort of like a battle chess type of game. It's pretty interesting. It's sort of complicated, so I'll have to learn how to use it. Bible Adventures. I mean, I'd recommend it for collecting purposes only. We'll leave it at that. Bigfoot, Bionic Commando, good one from Capcom. Blaster Master is a great game. It's actually, I was pretty surprised when I played it. It's sort of like Mario, I guess, but you're like a truck. It's really hard to explain. Cabal, good war game. War, I guess I use that term loosely, but it's a good game. Captain Skyhawk. Oh, in case you're wondering, the ones that are in sleeves like this, that means I have the manual. So the ones that are in sleeves like that, I have the manual. Defender of the Crown. Actually, I have the Bible Adventures manual too, but it came in its own sleeve. See that blue sleeve right here? That's the one the Bible Adventures came in. Okay, so where were we? Defender of the Crown, Galactic Crusader. Pretty rare game as I understand it. Worth some money, but Dr. Chaos, Dr. Mario, great puzzle. Double Dragon, awesome beat 'em up. Pretty rough shape, but does the job. Excite Bike, great one there. F-15 Strike Eagle. I'm not a big fan of the jet games like Top Gun or anything like that, so that one's just okay. Ferrari, Grand Prix Challenge. Friday the 13th, made by LJN, of course. Gauntlet 2, not as good as the first one, but whatever. Gyromite, which we will get back to this one in a minute. Hogan's Alley, this is a really good shooter with the Zapper. Ice Climber, Akari Warriors, it's okay, not great, but the rest I won't pull out because they will be difficult to see. Image Fight, Infiltrator, Jack Nicklaus Golf, Jaws, Jeopardy Junior Edition, King's Knight, Kings of the Beach, The Adventures of Lolo, which is a very good puzzle game, highly recommended, and then the original Mario Bros, and then Metal Gear. Now, anybody who likes Metal Gear, I just don't see the appeal. I mean, it's a good idea, I guess, but it's such a bad game, I think. Metroid, the classic. I want to get the yellow version. It's like a greatest hits kind of version. It's really cool looking. Here's an unlicensed game. It's actually called MiG-29 Soviet Fighter. Mission Impossible. I don't know if those are affiliated with the movie or not. I'm not really sure when the first Mission Impossible came out. But, Doesn't really look like Tom Cruise on there, but Operation Wolf, that's a zapper game, pretty tough. You can use a controller, I think, too. Pac-Man, the unlicensed one. Pac-Man, the 10-gen licensed one. Paperboy, Pinball, Predator. I'm a huge Predator fan, so even though the game sucks, I still play it all the time. 2 more unlicensed games. First one is Quattro Arcade. I don't know, it's a goofy cartridge. It has a switch in the back. Really goofy games. Here's Quattro Sports. I have the manual for Quattro Arcade, but it's too big to fit in a sleeve, so I just left it out. Rad Racer, good one there. RC Pro-Am, another good one. RC Pro-Am 2 with the manual. Apparently that one's pretty rare too. I didn't know that when I bought it. I bought it in a lot from some guy on Craigslist. So. Renegade, passable. Road Blasters, I have 2 Road Blasters. Actually I have 2 copies of a couple games. Scat, it's kind of funny. It's actually an anagram for Special Cybernetic Attack Team, but Scat, it's still funny. Star Wars, Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, one with the manual and one without. Super Mario Brothers 3, one with the manual, one without. Both of the Tecmo Bowls, Super Tecmo Bowl, or Tecmo Super Bowl, and then Tecmo Bowl, one with manual. Tecmo Bowl has a manual. Ninja Turtles 1. I want to get the rest of those, but it takes time. Tetris, fantastic. Inferior, of course, to the 10-gen version, but Time Lord with the manual. Both of the Top Guns. Pretty much the same kind of game. Track and Field 2. Vindicators. This is actually pretty underrated. I like that one. Wheel of Fortune Jr., and last, and maybe least, I don't really know, WrestleMania. So that concludes those cards. Now, here are my other cartridges. They have in this cool little box that I got from a buddy, and these are my either favorite or sort of more rare games. We'll start at the top. Contra. Great game. And then its sequel, Super C. Be aware, none of these have the manual. I just put them in cartridges, or in things, sleeves to protect them. Donkey Kong Classics has Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. I can never really get into Mega Man. I don't know why. Of course, here's a series that I wish they had more games in, but they don't. Battletoads. This game is great. I just picked that one up pretty recent, and it's sometimes expensive. I got mine for $10, but damn, it's good. Miss Pac-Man, the Namco version, pretty expensive one, but I got a good deal on it. Super Mario Brothers 2, very underrated. I like that one. And of course, Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 3. Castlevania 2 is in here, isn't it? Yep, right here. Castlevania 2 is right there. That's obviously the odd one out in the series, so I keep it separate. Okay, here's my box games. I only have a couple. These, I have NES Open, Super Mario 3. These 2 are mint. Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers rather. That one's pretty beat up. Here's Golf, mediocre shape. And here's Destination Earthstar. And then here's Werewolf. This was actually like a rental case that it came with. Who cares? I got it for $3. So, only a couple more things I want to show you. Let me just set my chair up here. Alright, there we go. That was a hassle. The second to last thing I want to show you is my NES. This is the top loader, the NES 2, however you want to call it. I got it for $20 with a bunch of games from my cousin. I wish he had the dog bone controllers that came with it originally, but he doesn't. But that's not a big deal for me. Controller's a controller, and I can always buy some dog bones. I'd recommend this version over the other version. The only thing is, this one takes up a little bit more room by putting the cartridge up top, as opposed to sliding it in. But, you know, whatever. And, so there's that. And then, this is the last thing I want to show you. This game here, Gyromite. It's a Rob the Robot game. And it's got a history, sort of, behind it. It's actually all games that are like this, some of the original NES games that show the gameplay footage on top. Back in '85, it was the holiday season, and Nintendo wanted to rush games out. So what they did, instead of manufacturing NES games, they just took Famicom games, which, as you should know, is the Japanese NES, and they just put a converter in the cartridge. They put an NES game, a converter, and then a connector that would connect it to the American NES. And basically that's what this is. This is a Famicom game here. This is a converter, and this is the NES connector. These are somewhat very rare, and they go for about 40 bucks on eBay. Sometimes a little less, but basically what it allows you to do is if you take this out, you can play Famicom games on your NES, which pretty much opens up a brand new library of games. Certain releases that weren't in America. These are rare to find, and you'll find them on games that have the smooth top edges, and they have the gameplay footage on the front. The top edges are smooth, they don't have the clips. And a dead giveaway is, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can show you, is that on the connectors, do you see how on the right side, or on the left side of the connector, let's see if I can get a better picture, there's a point, it comes to a point on the left side of the gold connectors. Normal NES carts come to a point on these in the center. The one that will have a connector in it is a dead giveaway, has it on the left side of, the point will come to the side. So there's history. That's pretty much it for the NES collection. If I forgot something, I don't think I did, but I'm constantly getting NES games, so maybe I'll do one in the future, another update. And before I go, I want to give a shout out to my 3 subscribers. You guys know who you are, of course, and Television Dude. He was my first, so another shout out to him especially. And I'm gonna keep making videos, and I think tonight I might even do my Genesis and Master System collection. So both of these videos should be up tonight. So well, tonight, I say tonight, but it's December 24th, 2010. And I want to wish everybody, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, So, alright, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you can, and hopefully I'll see you again in a different video.